I said, God damn. Jesus, Herbert Christ on a fucking pogo stick. What are we doing? It's fucking midnight, man. For some reason, the algorithm let us here.
Waking up at 2 a.m. to pee, that's cortisol. Random shoulder pain, classic cortisol sign. Hair thinning.
This is a question that we get a lot.
I need to get me some cortisol.
Paramedic, I want to do something more. What do y'all think?
You know, not knowing what I'm supposed to.
I feel... Before we start the video...
The algorithm just recommended, actually, another video, but I landed on this one because I thought it'd be better.
Just a disclaimer, the audio for the intro is going to sound a little bit ass. I was running late and then I had to do the intro in the car, and it's really awkward for me to do it in the car because I feel awkward for the driver. Yeah. Hi, Chad. This
is in a fucking ride share.
is no longer humid here. Today we are going to tattoo studio to get our back tatted. Not the whole entire back, just upper back. And this was like a very impulsive decision. I saw her story and I was like, yo, when she's down to tat, I'm down to get tatted. Let's go. Also, I was running late, so I didn't style my hair, so my bangs are kind of floppy, a little.
Oh no, we want that.
Odd, but yeah. My TikToks about me doing makeup and running late is real. It's not fake. It's a really bad habit. I'm on the wait list for ADHD diagnosis at the hospital near where I live.
Is this an adult human person?
That's where I also like get like my psych.
I mean, evidently, if she's getting tattooed, she must be an adult human person.
Doctors and meds. I'm not in therapy because I don't think right now. I don't think I'm ready for it. I think when
I don't think I'm ready for therapy. I'm gonna go get back tatted. The title of this video, by the way, is "I got a tattoo instead of going to therapy." So congratulations.
I feel more at peace and like I really want to like put in the work, then I think that would be most helpful. Because I don't think therapy works if you're not open to it and you're like.
It's just like AA, you know, you can't get recovery if you don't want recovery.
Kind of like iffy about it, you know what I mean? You really have to be like all in. But yeah, been on the wait list for already like 6 months. They told me it was like 6 months. I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever get that diagnosis. Maybe I have to pay out of pocket at some other clinic.
People are kind of shifty about diagnosing as an adult, you know. I mean, it can be a weird experience. They want you to self-diagnose, and then they'll just run with whatever you say is going on. What's up, cat? Good to see you. More like rusty papacy, am I right? Yes. No idea what's going on, but I'm going to pretend to have opinions. Well, yeah, this young TikToker apparently decided to go get a back tat instead of going to therapy because she thought it would be healthier, I guess.
But yeah, it's funny that people think I live in Asia when this is what I see. Yes, this is America. This is America. A little bit scared.
It's like you're like near my neighborhood.
But not really. I'm only scared because I have like a shit ton of back acne, so because like I fidget a lot.
Are you afraid of having your back acne exposed?
And like I just scratch that off in my sleep. I used to like pull my hair out in my sleep, like this part, but dark past. Anyways, let's get it. Chat, we are in Bushwick, I think. Alright,
Bushwick? No, nowhere near here. And she pulls up to like this sketchy establishment. She has to call. She's like, I'm outside. Can you unlock the door, please?
back room, get out. I'm confused. Am I at the right place?
This is like a setup for the worst fucking porno movie ever. John TikTok has doxed my back knee.
Just to preface, this is the mood board that my artist sent me. So before anyone asks me, I did not ask for anything specific. My tattoo artist had the entire creative freedom for this tattoo.
She's just like, tattoo whatever you want all over my back. It's fine.
Wait, what should I do? Should I...
It's okay, you could just...
Okay. Is this candid enough?
And I feel triggered because I had a very specific image that I had, done several years ago, like in mid-center of my back. And the tattoo artist who did it, I mean, he was a nice enough guy, but he was new and like completely fucked it up. And now I have to live with that shit. And they're not gonna fix it, They're like fucking whatever. And I paid entirely too much for that piece, but
This is candid. This is the design that we're going for. Oh my god, let's go.
We got some eyes.
Inspired by incantation.
Some Chinese stuff type shit. Yeah, more like upper back. You're cool with me going on your neck, right?
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Okay, because I was thinking like some sigil stuff up the neck. With some...
what in the actual fuck is that? Some hands throwing gang signs, a pair of black eyes, like completely random shit. What the fuck is going on right now? If the tattoo shop requires more than 3 steps to enter, you're probably getting your organs stolen and not getting any ink.
Like this.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I have to tape. I wore like a bikini under this, so then I have to tape the front. And then she's gonna work on my back. And then I got so much back acne. It's low-key embarrassing. But like I'm trying to like not be awkward. It's a little awkward, but also my piercing.
What is the other phone for, and why do you need such a large fingering?
I got on stream. It's crooked, but fuck you, I'm not gonna be able to like vlog while she's tattooing. I don't want to.
Oh, okay. No, that's like medical adhesive tape or something. Okay.
Distract her, like during breaks and stuff. We'll do that, but like during it, not likely.
And this shit is fucking monetized. Everybody and their fucking mother is monetized on here. Like, why are they getting ads? Nothing to do with me.
Let's go.
Are they shaving? Are they shearing fucking sheep in here? What's up, Daniel Beer Sports Highlights? Good to see you. Happy Sunday. Yeah, it is Sunday now, isn't it? Oh no, I got 15 more minutes. Oh wait, that's Monday. Damn it, I got my days confused. Anyway, all right, cool. Still send it.
Back in buns. We got the setup going. They're just going to print out the pencil, and my friend's like,
whose gloves are those? Also, why are you doxing your friend?
painful. I'm like, I have not even started.
I mean, do you like it?
You wanna say hi?
I do too.
Hello.
Hey.
Do I like doing it too? Yes, I do. I feel like it's the only thing I've been like consistent. Like I don't like doing short form content. I like long form.
Yeah.
Like it feels more personal.
It's like a diary.
Yeah, it is.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you can
Yeah, I totally get it.
film the stencil, I guess.
I wish I could. I wish I could do the long form content myself. Oh, Kat says it's already Monday. Yeah, some people are fucking time travelers, man. We go back to the future. We're going back to the future, damn it. I'm way fucking too old for this shit.
Oh shit, wait, this is so cool.
I'll show you the reference.
Yes.
It's kind of a scary picture.
What is all over the floor? This is the most unsanitary. There's like a fucking a sharps container like by the window, and then there's just random shavings on the floor, like and some person on a couch over there. This is not sanitary.
That's cute though.
It's cute. Should we translate it?
Maybe.
What if it says something crazy?
Yeah, they don't read that language.
I mean, the whale tattoo,
These are good old fashioned American girls.
it's not gonna be like literate. It's more so gonna be like sort of brushworky, textury. But yeah, maybe Google Translate this real quick. In case it says something very vulgar, I won't tattoo it. But I feel like this might just be poetic, or
The more vulgar, the better. I mean, fuck it.
I think it might just be like gibberish.
She's getting a random back tattoo for no reason. Who gives a fuck what you put on there?
Because this is like da, this is san, this is.
I think you just like read downwards.
Yeah, maybe some poetry shit. I don't know. I feel like it's gotta be poems.
Translate is malfunctioning.
Yeah.
Okay, so this was the original picture that she was referencing. For Chinese scriptures like this, you read it vertically. For the translation, it's basically referencing Buddhism, and my family is Buddhist, so my mom can't get mad at me for getting this tat right.
Oh. Like you give a fuck.
What?
Like you give a fuck. What's up, cat? Oh wait, I already said that, but no, I just live in the land of Mr. Cholo, or whatever the tiny pasta is called. No time travel, only pasta. Stares longingly at Penny 9mm. I've been obsessed with these fucking they're not really, well, I guess it's kind of a pasta salad, but it's like a Middle Eastern. There's two of them, and they sell them at the Trader Joe's. It's like $3.50 a pop. Very filling.
They like yassified our like studio.
Oh my god. Oh, wait, is it like the Chinese filter?
Yeah, it's like the Xiaohongshu like filter.
Yeah. What the back looks like. It's kind of hard to see it completely, but it looks really fucking cool. Have some crackers.
We just finished the dragon head. I still have to wipe her. And then, yeah, I'm ready to do this part next. Sorry.
Thank you. I think the first hour or two was like the most painful because it was like directly on my spine, but after that I was like chill. We're taking a break. I need to use the bathroom.
You're supposed to take muscle relaxers for that or something. I don't know. I just know they told me when I was getting tattooed that I couldn't drink it. I was like, yeah, whatever, fuck you.
That's the back so far. Whoa, she did a lot. It's starting to hurt hella
Koshari, yeah.
though. It's starting to hurt hella. Whoa, wait, that's... Oh, that's so bad.
You barely get, you're like 2 hours in, just barely getting started. That's amazing. Where do these people find the fucking funds, man? Like, jeez, how much? That's got to be like a grand at least, right? A couple grand maybe for that much ink.
Now we go back. It's gonna be painful. Painful few hours.
Used as the thumbnail? I don't think so. I forgot what I did with thumbnail. It was a split second decision. I don't think you're in it, but Geo? Hello, Geo. Is Geo here? I didn't. Anyway.
I don't know how much we have left, but we still have a lot. Let's go.
Many unbearable hours later.
You don't
It's really
owe
not
anyone an
that fucking
explanation
bad.
for selling your house. And with us, you'll never have to give one.
Not your. Has anyone actually made it to level 4
Oh my
before?
God.
If you're slightly congested, use level 1.
Many
Yeah, I mean,
unbearable.
if you're just gonna complain about it, then maybe you shouldn't post tattoo videos online. It's not that fucking serious, bro. Like, you got you wanted the fucking mark. You got agitated for a little bit. That's the nature of the game. I'm sorry, but
Hours later.
It's dark outside. My tat artist is just wiping some of the ink off, I'm pretty sure. And then we're gonna do like a round
here are they both wearing these fucking ridiculous boots. Sometimes I don't understand people, you know.
like numbing spray. We weren't sure how it's gonna work, but we were gonna try. But the numbing spray only works on the areas that you already tatted. So yeah.
You're expecting like a full body high? What the fuck? Okay. What's that Tog? Oh yeah, the free pillow. Yeah, now I remember. Okay. That was I just threw that on there, just some random bullshit. You know what I'm talking about. I was not trying to invest a lot of effort into this tonight.
Whoa.
I mean, she does have nice booty for an Asian. I'll give her
Hey
that.
y'all, another bathroom break. It's almost 12, and my skin is oily and shiny. It's.
I don't know about the spikes in the lips though. She's probably doing the OF thing, right?
It's like no, I think it is 12. It's like 11:45. Taking a little walk. I just want to see like what is out here. There's like a huge room.
That is someone's apartment. There are children living in that home. You should just go back.
Window. Oh, you guys can see the city lights.
Oh no, it's a warehouse district, so they're probably making porn. Okay.
Nice. It's like Bushwick, a little bit between Bushwick and like Ridgewood.
Bites, is that what they call them? They're bites now. Oh man, these like I remember my kid sister got like the dermal piercings, and I was like, ah, this is so disgusting. Why would you do that to your dog? I thought we were fucking weird as kids, man. These fucking kids are fucking outrageous. Talk about some fucking yeah. I mean, anyway, that's a different topic, I guess. For real backroom vibes though.
I've been thugging it out. I have like a wrap around my back because it's a numbing
It says, please do not dump paint on the sink.
thing. So I'm gonna use the back.
Did you see that? Hold on.
It's nice. It's like Bushwick, a little bit between Bushwick and like Ridgewood.
Where the fuck is Bushwick and Woodward? You're in the middle of goddamn nowhere in fucking Okie shit.
Hello, boss. I'll not be taking you home. Yeah. For real backroom vibes though. I've been thugging it.
I mean, it looks like a city, but I think it's just a ruse.
I have like a.
Please do not dump paint or anything else in the sink. Thank you. We have apparently an ongoing issue with this. Oh. Geo says Brooklyn, NYC, Bushwick and Ridgewood are in Brooklyn. Yeah. Alright. Well, okay, so it is the city. I don't know. I don't know much about New York, honestly, so.
Wrap around my
It's a mystery to me.
back because it's a
But welcome.
numbing thing, so I'm gonna use the bathroom. Oh my god. My tattoo artist is so cool, and we've been thugging it out. She's so fucking talented. Thank you so much, Haley, if you're watching this. Okay, so for reference, we started at like 3 p.m. Well, I got here at like 3:20-ish p.m. But yeah, like we put on the stencils and started getting to work at like around 4-ish. And then it's been like, I don't know, 6.
Look at your tattoo artist tattoo. That is fucking rubbish. What is on her back?
7
Jesus.
hours, and we still have more to go. But yes, this is a little time lapse of.
There's a couple people I've seen who had like really nice tattoos, and then over the years they basically just ended up getting their skin blacked out, and you're just like, what the fuck was going on there? Like they had some really beautiful tattoos. I'm not gonna name names, but yeah, I just like at some point like, what were you doing?
Her working on my back. Yeah, I didn't have a lot of footage regarding that, but yeah, I just wanted her to like feel comfortable to like tat without feeling anxious being on camera. So yeah. Okay, I just know that people are gonna ask me, oh my god, how did you sit through that all in one session? I have very, very high pain tolerance. Like for reference, I literally pierced my own.
You You have been complaining through the entire video. You were complaining about how she couldn't like anesthetize your entire body.
Facial piercings. I think like the first hour it hurt more, but then after that I was just chilling. I was like watching my Chinese drama half the time and then trying to fall asleep and just like taking short breaks. I'd say like a quarter of the time I was talking to Haley, aka my tat artist, just about life and a little bit of everything. But what helped was like putting on headphones and listening to music, so then like I have like more things going on like sensory wise, so then like I'm not only focusing on like one sensory, aka like the tatting on my back. But yeah, like shading doesn't really hurt, but line work, yeah, that hurts way more. So I think the scripture part kind of hurt the most, but everything else was chill. We're done.
It's 2:42 a.m. Holy. Big ass, we're done. We made it out.
I mean, so I can't really throw too much shade. I've definitely had tattoos done in less professional spaces, but I would be a little bit weary in this shop if it were me, you know.
Oh my god, this looks so sick. This is what it looks like. I don't even know how I feel right now.
Well, you definitely don't need therapy, that's for sure.
Okay, I'm gonna have you go over.
Yeah. We're taking photos for her Insta. Photo shoot mode.
Sorry.
No, you're
Where should I go?
They have the actual lights turned out now?
The glare. It just flicked me up so good on the tat. Photo shoot mode. Let's go.
I'm gonna put you up on something, okay? Now, I'm a man. I love sex as much as anybody else, but sometimes you just want that.
What the fuck is iced tea doing over here?
Changed me. I was drowning in my grief and I knew I couldn't do it alone. So I just...
Let's go.
For a second there, I thought it was Tone Loc. I was like, what the fuck?
This is one of the pictures that Haley took.
Jesus.
It's on my Instagram. You should follow it. Tat it up. Why do I look like I have muscles? I don't really actually have muscles.
Time to go home.
You do actually have muscles. What the? This looks like a place that we used to go, like a rehearsal studio we used to go to in Sacramento. You'd have like 30 bands in there, like sharing space. It looked exactly like this in the hallway.
It is 3:35 a.m. Looking like the fucking bathrooms. Am I scared? Slightly scared.
Yeah, it's creepy as fuck. You know, like cue the fucking horror, horror movie fucking music here. Gia says I'm from NYC. I have family out there. I've been out there once. I just don't remember it. But yeah, I got some family on that side. Yonkers is not part of the 5 boroughs. Yonkers in Westchester County. Cap says Yonkers steals taxes or something I'm supposed to be very angry about, and it might be a borough. I'm still unclear. Well, yeah. Fuck them anyway. I mean, you know. Look, I've never been to New York. Well, again, maybe I've been to New York, but I just don't remember it. But anyway, I had family from there, and, you know, they're all crooked. They're all crooked crooks. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I have family there now, too, I guess. Technically. Ah, shit. I've done doxed myself again.
I'm making myself scared. Don't be scared, hon. Don't be scared. Nothing's gonna chase me.
She definitely does not need therapy. She's doing just fine.
I'm scared. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna say anything. The fuck?
The fuck?
Like found footage. Okay, cars downstairs. I hope I don't get kidnapped.
Girl ain't afraid of nothing. She's been there, done that. Alright. Go on to our next thing here.
My husband and I don't live together.
And here's 5 questions I get asked all the time. 1. Are you in an open marriage? Swinging around the place. If you have a long-term boyfriend that you don't live with, does that mean that you're not in a monogamous relationship?
No!
Okay. 2. Isn't this confusing for your daughter? Do you know what's confusing for your children? Living in a household with 2 parents who resent each other, who are consistently hostile towards each other, then tell the kids, don't worry, darling, everything's fine. We chose not to gaslight our child and instead raise her, showing her healthy boundaries, open communication, processing emotion. Does that make her confused? No. 3, how can you afford it? Firstly, we do still split our living expenses.
You split your living expenses?
Is it more expensive? Yes. But you know what's even more expensive?
Do you each pay for your own house?
Divorce. Just saying. 4, did you separate to fix your marriage? We accepted that our marriage was over. We stopped fighting for our marriage, grieved our marriage.
If your marriage is over, then what's the problem with divorce?
Instead, we learned how to co-parent. We learned new ways to cope. We learned
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but
how to regulate our emotions.
Why are you still married?
Without each other. We went to individual therapy, not marriage counselling. But most of all,
You can do both.
we rediscovered ourselves outside of just being a husband and a wife. And somehow, we fell in love with these new versions of ourselves. Yeah! Who knew? Last but not least, 5. What is your co-parenting schedule? I have my daughter
None of your fucking business. Why would you put that on YouTube? That's so weird.
Monday through Friday. My husband has her Friday through Sunday. I do the morning school run and he does the afternoon school run. Works for us. We get criticised a lot for this setup, but as a family, we are happier than ever. Let me know your take on this.
Considering you live in the future, you seem to be very behind on the times there. But okay, fair enough. Mental health therapy, get better help. It's fucking real, man. This shit's fucking real. These people are real in real life. Why? I know. Never mind. I'm not gonna say it. Nope. Not gonna do it. Sam said my mother lived in Westchester County for a time. I've been to Yonkers Raceway. Yeah. Yonkers, I think, is synonymous with something else. Stop. Jesus. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, it says I'm unsure where Westchester County is or how it is not a borough, but Yonkers is still a part of NYC somehow, but only according to tax forms. It's like an incorporated community or something like that. Paying taxes. Pfft. All right. There was another thing. What was the thing? No, I was gonna do Theo's video, but I'm not gonna do Theo's video on this one. So, we'll find something else to do for now. Oh yeah, I have experienced nothing in my life.
Statistically,
another fine. No. Upstanding young person.
Something that I have been humiliated about for basically my whole life, and you know, I have been thinking about this a lot lately, and I just thought that maybe someone would relate, you know. And by this point in life, I felt like I thought that I would have achieved so much, but like literally.
Yeah, I can relate to that, but I'm almost 40 years old. I mean, you look like you're just getting started.
I have not done one single thing in my life. I have not achieved anything. And when I
Whose fucking fault is that?
think about my life, it's like, what have I even been doing? It feels like I have just been avoiding everything in life because I have been so scared. And I have felt so insecure.
Fear. Yeah, fear is a powerful demotivator.
In myself, to be honest. So I didn't even feel like I even could do anything. And as a child, I was extremely scared all the time. Like my whole childhood is just basically me being scared.
Your parents make you like that, you know. It's really your parents' fault. Just saying, like, from my experience.
And uncomfortable everywhere I went. I never felt like I could fit in. I didn't dare to even talk or look at my teachers or an adult in general. I felt like I was...
Oh, I could always interact with adults. I can never interact with other kids, though. Other kids are the fucking problem. Little bastards. No.
So small, both physically and like emotionally. I felt like I wasn't allowed
Yeah,
to...
did you ever do that test when you were in the psychologist office and they had you like draw, like portray yourself, like you're drawing like a self-portrait, but it's you as a fish, and like the size of the fish is like the size of your ego or something like that?
Take up space and, you know, get my feelings heard, because I felt like that would make me a...
Freedom is a verb. Yeah. It's
a liability.
It's not just another word for nothing left to lose, is it?
A burden, a weak person, okay? And in this society, that was like the worst thing you could be, was to be weak and needy, you know, and be emotional. And that is something that I have heard my...
TBF, she sounds kind of Russian to me, so they're more about meritocracy or something like that, right?
My whole life, that I am too emotional. But yeah, like I am sensitive, and that's how I am. But I thought that this feeling would pass as I got older, like this feeling of being scared. But no, now I'm just an adult, but equally as scared, you know?
Yeah, I'm much more terrified as an adult than I ever was as a young person. As a young person, I was like, fucking, let's go fucking get some, right? And then, you know, a couple times you get knocked down and you're like, oh shit, maybe I won't do that again.
Everything. I was so scared of even having hobbies. I was embarrassed of everything that was me. Everything that made me, I was embarrassed about. And I didn't feel like I could...
But what makes you?
Express myself in a safe place anywhere. So I just shut everyone out. I basically became like a ghost. I was a nobody. I was invisible. I didn't dare to stand out from the crowd, from the class. I didn't want to be perceived in any way. And I even remember I was so scared of going on the bus alone. So, like, I used to have meltdowns before even...
Your parents did a number on you, huh?
I'm going on a bus or on a train, because I was so scared of...
$5. That's how much I'm hoping you'll contribute to our campaign to take back Texas. $5 to defeat the billionaire mega donors and their puppet politicians.
That actually scared the shit out of me.
They picture a graphic slapped onto a basic tee, but that's not necessarily...
Or on a train, because I was so scared of...
I was actually terrified by that ad. It really did a number. I might have PTSD. Goblins. Just my hair is too hairy in some places, not in others. Growing pains.
I don't even know what I was scared about. Like, not finding a place to sit, and then, like, not knowing how to cope with that and to look... I was scared of looking stupid, you know? I was scared of not knowing how to handle a situation, because...
Did she say she was scared about not looking stupid?
Yeah, like, I was scared of everything that I hadn't done before. And, you know, when you're a child, those things are... many things, because you haven't, you know, experienced a lot. So
yeah, you haven't done like basically anything, so why would you be scared of something? Yeah, okay.
And I would even avoid, in high school, I would avoid people to the point where I used to just hide out in the bathroom, like between classes, and even at lunch. I used to eat my lunch all alone on the toilet, because I didn't feel safe around...
What the actual fuck?
Anyone. I didn't feel like anybody liked me, and I had no friends, so it was safer to... And I didn't want to sit in the canteen or in the cafeteria, because I didn't want to be seen being alone, you know? It was more humiliating than actually eating in the toilet. So that was not fun, you know? And then
when I was a kid, I would just leave the school. I'd make it through first, maybe second period, and then I would just walk the fuck away. Which was hilarious, because they would try to catch me, and sometimes I would just be hanging out like a block away from the school. Yeah, there's like a vacant lot. I'd just go over there and take a nap.
Like the summer breaks, I basically did nothing, because, well, first of all, I had no friends, so I had no one to hang out with, and to be honest, I didn't really want to do anything. The few people that I like knew or like that was an acquaintance, I avoided them like the whole summer, and they used to text me, but I just played along that I didn't even see the texts, you know? So, oops. But I didn't want to go out and party. I didn't want to do all of these things that society tells us that you need to do. I didn't want to go out and date and...
She's straight edge. She's kind of straight edge, right? Geo Samson's being consumed with fear is healthy. Is it?
Yeah, party and stay out late. Like, no. I'm a grandma, okay? I'm an old soul. I want to stay home and just, yeah, stay home, okay? And, like, I used to feel...
She's looking for a good husband right now.
And at work...
Just a home buddy. You know, they can breed, have many kids in a very sterile environment, never go anywhere, make no new friends.
I would hate getting the questions of basically my life, like anything involving my life, because I was so embarrassed because I had basically not experienced anything. I had just been at home my whole life. And
is she gonna get a random back tattoo for fun?
Like avoiding life.
For funsies.
I had just been at home watching YouTube because it felt safer to...
I mean, no shade. If you can go get a random back tattoo for funsies, I mean, more power to you, right?
To hide than to risk being humiliated in public. And it got to the point where, like, I used to think, like, why am I even here? Like, not that I wanted to harm myself or anything, but I just felt like, what is my purpose here if the only thing that I'm doing is being depressed every day? Like, there was not one day
Pasta. You were here for the pasta.
out of my life that I was not depressed, anxious, sad, or, you know, scared. And I just felt like, is this my whole life? Am I ever going to even, like, dare to do anything? And I didn't even dare to think about my future. Because I was scared of wanting to do something, because then it meant that I had to leave my comfort zone. Yeah. So I didn't even plan my future, and I didn't even think that I would be here as an adult. I couldn't even imagine myself being an adult because I saw myself so weak. So, and I felt like, is this all to life? To just have an empty life? Like, it was just empty. It wasn't filled with...
Basically, yeah, that's what it is. I mean, you know, sometimes there's some good shit, whatever.
Hi, Ari. I'm your personal tutor. We have lots to cover today.
God, it's hot as fucking here. The Environmental University?
With, like, things that made me evolve or made me grow. Like, it was just the same every day. And it was like I was waiting for that moment of finally getting confidence. And, you know, that day never comes. And I also feel like I was living by this script of society, you know, that you should achieve certain things at certain points in your life. So, you know, you should graduate high school with good grades, get into a university, and date and get a boyfriend, and then get a good career.
Nobody cares about that shit.
And climb the career ladder. Like, I didn't want any of those things, and I thought that I had to.
You just need to show your butthole on the internet, make a lot of money as an influencer, and then nothing else matters, right? Beer? What about beer? I consume fear, and I think that's healthy. Cat says, but beer is a healthy science. Yeah, I mean, I once read a sign in a bar that said that beer contains food value, but food contains no beer value, and I think that's true. Geo Sam says some people feel more fear about the world. Some people feel a lot of fucking fear, apparently, but they're not afraid to go to strange, random tattoo warehouses in the middle of New York City or whatever. that's fine. They're afraid of everything except, maybe being abducted by their Uber driver, and going to random tattoo warehouses they found on Instagram. But they're very afraid.
I thought that I had to. And maybe that was part of the reason why I never did anything, because deep down I didn't want to do any of those things. I just felt like I had to. And every time I feel like I have to do something, every time I feel forced to do anything, all of a sudden I just don't want to do it, and I can't.
Task avoidance, yeah. Yeah, anytime I feel like somebody expects me to do something, then I don't want to do it. And if they don't expect me to do it, then I want to do it even more. Kat says she's also pensively staring off the lake while holding her penny 9mm. Here's for the pasta in death. And Sam said, I had to learn to treat my fear as challenges instead of determinants. Fair enough. And is pro beer okay? So we're all on the same page there.
Even bring myself to do it. The motivation has to come from myself and from my actual will to do it, or else I would just stop midway, So, and at that point of my life, basically my whole childhood, I just wanted to be inside, or just play in the playground with my parent or my sister. That's everything that I needed in life. And I didn't feel comfortable with, going to practice, or because I did gymnastics. But I felt so, every time I was around people, I felt so uncomfortable. And, I could sense that the adults were so uncomfortable. And I thought that it was because of me. I thought that it was because I was unlikable, and that I was the problem child, that I was problematic, and that I was too much. I don't really know why, but every energy, I internalized and blamed myself for it. So maybe that's why I was so scared, because I didn't know how to make people feel comfortable around me. So I felt like I had to make everyone comfortable, and that just led me to not feeling comfortable and safe, So, but I have realized that, I do not want all of these things that society tells you that you need to achieve. But I still, of course, feel...
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, feel comfortable in your own skin, right?
Feel this feeling once in a while that I'm falling behind, quick, you need to fix your life. But then I always come back to the feeling and realization.
I'm just wondering if you've moved out of your parents' house yet.
That, okay, how would my life be different if I...
I know, it's a big question. Kat said, look, I've showed my butthole on the internet a lot. I ain't got shit. Alright, so it doesn't work for everybody. Alright, fair enough. I've got 2 or 3 shits nowadays, but not from showing my butthole online. But she fits all of she checks all the boxes. I mean, she could totally, poor thing. And GeoSam said, I haven't had a beer in a long time. Well, catch up. Oh, jeez, no. There some things, some things we shouldn't do, but we do them anyway. Cheers. And Kat says we're pro beer. Sometimes one has to push through the fear. True. Is this stream about the very adult logic of Michael Beverly? It might have something to do with that. I've just been enjoying listening to young people talk about their experiences on the internet, because they're very open about that these days. I hear it's trending. Hashtag YouTube.
To achieve those things, I would still be the same me, with the same feelings, with the same problems in my life. If I were to go into the best university, and get a degree and get a good career, I think genuinely that I would be more miserable, because that's not something that I want. And maybe you don't have to figure out your whole life by the time that you are 18 or 20 or 25 or 30. Who knows? And why does life have to be something that you figure out? I think that is the biggest lie of the...
Because nobody has all the fucking answers, lady. I mean, really, like, you know, most grown-ass people are still asking themselves the same questions you're trying to answer right now. So, yeah, there's a lot to figure out there.
Society. Like, that is the biggest lie. That is just putting yourself up to failure. It's like we want other... When we say those things to people, it's like, do we want them to feel like a failure?
We'll be right back after these messages.
A driver that's safer, statistically 10 times.
You can now turn any text into audio instantly with the 11 Reader app. Just upload and press.
Do we want them to feel like a failure? Like, I think that most of all walk around with this feeling of feeling behind all the time, and there are no like milestones really. And like, yeah,
you know what's happening, honestly? I'm not even gonna lie. The antinatalists are coming. Alternate stream title. They're coming for me. I've seen this coming for a while. And they will not be stopped. You know, like my time here is kaputs. I put the plug in the jug and it was not soon enough, you know.
I can't get those years back, but as long as I'm living and as long as we are all living, we can always try again. And you know, we still have time to do all of the things that we wanted to do. And you know, it's a cliche, but age is just a number. Why are we treating it like...
Is she coming on to me right now?
When you are a certain age, you can't do certain things. Like, that pisses me off so much. So whether you are 60, whether you are 100, I don't care. You can still do everything that you want. And yeah, you will get nasty comments from people, but let them. That just means that they are hurting.
Little lady, I have children your age.
When they see you do things, because that's just a mirror to them. Like, that they have to take control of their own life and actually face all of the things that they haven't done, that they wish that they had done. And they can't live with that guilt and shame. So that's just why they want to stop you. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say with this video. And yeah, so just, like, we don't have to have everything figured out in one day. That is what's making us so miserable. So yeah, thank you for watching this far. And
yeah, but if you're like 20 years old, you should have figured some shit out by now. I mean, like, honestly. And we don't get it right. Like, we fuck it up all the time. I fucked up a lot of shit, you know, right? At 20. But yeah, I wasn't living in fucking perpetual fear. Jesus. Jesus. Get over yourself. Life be about the living. What? Geoso's not showing all my posts. That's, yeah, fucking Prism. It's fucking bullshit sometimes. It's better than the alternative right now, I suppose. 60 plus, I'm over 60 and still trying to figure some shit out. Indeed. Some shit we never figure out. We just keep trying. It's completely futile, right? Kat says I was about to say that we are young people, then realized I'm the youngest person here and probably over a decade older than these people on the video machine. Woof. Ah. Yeah. See, that's what I was thinking. I was like, well, people still call me a youngster, but I started young. So, yeah, I'm trying to bridge the gap here. Like, yeah. Some of my kids are bigger fucking social media influencers than me, but in completely different spaces. And I have zero fucking control. It's wild. Geo Sam says I was born in the 60s. And Kat says my parents were born in the 60s. I think my mom was like 69 or something like that. My dad's a few years older. But yeah, I have trouble remembering dates anyway. If they're before like 2000 or whatever.
Listen to what Paul says, a passage in Ephesians that you've heard many times. Put on the whole armor of God. that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not
the devil be wilding out
against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of God, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all, to stand. Christianity is thoroughly supernatural. Take away the supernatural from the New Testament, and you have gutted the New Testament. In fact,
it's naturalism plus.
To try to reconstruct Christianity without the supernatural, I believe, is fundamentally a dishonest enterprise. Here, the apostle, in a didactic manner, said, look, you're in a struggle. You're trying to please God. You want to live a life that is one that manifests sanctification. But it's a battle.
Just make God happy. God damn you.
It's a battle with the flesh. It's a battle with the world. But the battle that you're on goes beyond this. We're not wrestling against flesh and blood, but powers, principality, spiritual wickedness in high places, in the Uranos, in the heavenlies. Cosmic evil.
Is that what? Why or what? Why?
Is what we're dealing with here. In an unseen realm. That is the realm of supernature. See, right at the heart of the Christian...
Supernature. Jefferson Bible? Yeah. He's like, Jesus was a good dude. And also when he walked on water, that was just like a neat trick, right? And when he turned the water into wine, that's just like fermentation. Like, we know how that happens. Kat says, no, it's okay. I've aged out of being cute. And Ewing? Ewing? Wait. No, that's fine. You don't have to go anywhere.
Declaration is
that I don't know what we were talking about though. No.
That Christianity is based upon revelation. That we receive information that is beyond the scope of normal empirical perception. That we get information of the metaphysical realm, of the noumenal realm, of that which transcends the observable.
Oh yeah, you heard about this guy Daniel J. Newman? Who's that guy?
And that God tells us that there is a dimension of reality there that is not visible to the naked eye. But
can't see it. Can't see it. Nope. No way, Jose.
That reality that is not visible to the naked eye has a profound influence on our lives.
619, hi, are you there?
I am here.
Welcome. What's your name?
My name is Kyle. Thank you so much for taking my call.
Oh, it's an honor to talk to you. What's on your mind?
Well, I have to admit, I have
Don't look at my live button, Seth.
never really watched
It's not even there.
your show. But and you're probably wondering, okay, then why are you calling?
No.
Because I first of all, I appreciate these deeper, below the surface types of discussions and conversations.
Who is this? I have no idea who this person is. What are we talking about here? Back tattoos. That's what we were talking about. Getting random back tattoos in a strange warehouse somewhere in the middle of New York. Apparently this person is, hyper fearful of life. They can't go anywhere. They can't do anything, but they will post incessantly on the internet because, they feel very comfortable, like putting out their information for the whole world to actually view, right? And, yeah, I mean, if I'm taking a walk through Central Park and I want to live stream myself, sure, why not? We can do that. Gio says, where are they putting the 80s retirement homes these days? Yeah, that's See, the thing is, it's right around the corner from the church, and they're still going to come proselytize at us. Like, we're on life support. They will be there, like, throwing books at us.
It aligns with my alignment and how I operate. And why I'm calling is because I'm not an empath, trust. However, I give.
I am not an empath. Well, that's one kudos point, I suppose, for Kyle not being an empath, because that's absolutely some ridiculous fucking woo-woo bullshit. Anyway.
A lot of shit about things that actually matter and like integrity and morals. And so why I called is because I have been...
Kyle is calling because they're very integrous. They're being very integrous here. Yeah. They might even have it tattooed somewhere on their body.
Recently working with advocating for camera installation at the lodge on Montgomery Bell for NanoCon to prevent the violence that occurred last year. And I'm
I love the way this is structured. She says that she would like to she's working on advocating for camera installation at the lodge to prevent the violence that had previously occurred, which is literally like impossible. Like, you can't by installing cameras now, you cannot prevent a thing that has already happened from, because the thing already happened, Kai. Right? What's going on there?
From one human to another human, if you would help in that effort.
Will you help me, fellow humans? I fucking hate all the Cuomos. And they aren't even existing in government anymore, as far as I know. Put cameras in all the bathrooms. Just do that.
I have been aware from the outside of allegations, but I am very aware that there are many, many people who are massive advocates for people, both men and women.
Massive advocates. It just gets worse the further you go. I mean, what are we doing here? No, but yeah, I mean, I know I like the modern day. You know, I'm fucking just playing around on the internet. That's all I'm doing. I wasn't saying nothing serious. Nothing serious.
Who are well in the know with the evidence that has supposedly been presented, and they are unconvinced that anything transpired, at least as far as the allegation is concerned. It's something where we need to be well aware that, you know, accusations must be taken seriously. But advocates pretty much across the board have come forward to say that there is no there, and there are tremendous problems with that story. And so I've never seen anything to indicate that.
I do love that he used that phraseology, though. That was fun. That was quite entertaining. There is no there. Write it down, take a picture, and remember it, motherfucker. Yeah.
Con is anything other than an absolutely safe and respectful atmosphere. They run a very tight ship, and they are a wonderful organization. So this idea that they are going to have to take extra steps to prevent a problem where the allegations are monumentally dubious, to me, I don't think there's anything that we need to be alarmed about. It's
well, if I may, I think that there might be some miscommunication here, because my goal in speaking with you right now is not to mitigate wrongdoing at all. There's a blind spot And why can't there be a camera?
She's like, I'm not trying to mitigate wrongdoing. Like, I don't not want bad things to happen. I just want to make sure there's a camera in the stairwell when they do happen. You know, for my own personal safety, because I was never going to go to the event in the first place.
Installed there.
A camera where? I mean, the facility is going to have security.
That's the only place that has no surveillance.
Has there
At the very least.
There is a code of conduct. There is a reporting system by people who are extremely aware of what's going on.
If you've used it, you would know that it does not work. They do not respond.
I'm not convinced at all that that is the case. I'm fully connected with people.
Tried.
All right, hang on. I am a little bit concerned that we consider to be unsubstantiated allegations are fueling a narrative about a reputable event. And I don't find that this is going to be helpful to us when this organization has a history of advocacy. And I don't think the security I think this is a bit of a Trojan horse for another conversation about whether or not they are allowing untoward behavior. I've seen organizations, I've seen conferences, I've seen things where problematic events have happened, and those instances needed to be exposed, and perhaps the organization needed to shore up their procedures. I have seen nothing to indicate that NanoCon has a gap. And so if there was a security camera issue, not just for any conference, but overall, that might be something to take up with the facility. But I don't believe, I don't see that there is an issue there. And I worry that NanoCon might be being unfairly portrayed, even the inference by some that it is an unsafe place. It is.
Is this the part where he gives Kyle the finger?
Certainly not. There's no evidence to support that. But we definitely need to keep our eyes and ears
Poor Kyle.
open out there. But there's a clear code of conduct, and there are advocates throughout the organization and the conference who are at the ready and have their eyes and ears open. And I think they've got enough equity in this movement, most of them women. And I think we need to certainly be aware of that and honor that. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. What's up, Sherry? Good to see you. Don Quixote. I am, a man of the world. Having too much fun here tonight. Put cameras in all the Cuomos. Anywhere Cuomo can't kill us, our grandkids, mostly Florida. This is the way it's supposed to be. Oh, jeez. Atheist retirement homes, yeah. They'll fit us up with meatballs every night. Yeah, so his poor Seth, he just seems too media drained and tired to spit some spice. But he definitely wants to. Hot garbage, I'm here for it. Yeah, thank you. Cameras are a venue issue. I mean, we don't want cameras everywhere all the time. That would be super weird, man. I mean, it would make me very uncomfortable if somebody was always watching me on camera. But that's just me, maybe.
I guess maybe you haven't been made aware that they have now hired armed guards.
Okay. I'm going to have to let you go. The reason that security has been increased is because there has been a campaign that has been launched against many of the organizers at NanoCon. Now, I keep my community away from much of these conversations because this is not why you are here. And I juggle.
Just we don't want to talk about it here. This isn't the space for that. But wait, hold on. Oh.
A little bit with the responsibility that I have as a movement leader to set a tone and to not avoid some of these controversies. But I also understand that anytime you get groups and complex people and organizations doing what they do, there are going to be blow-ups.
I think Seth met Seth recently here at the Ark Encounter, from what I was seeing. So, yeah. Humans getting human. It's a conspiracy. It's conspiracy. I The conspiracy is real, man. The cameras aren't a venue issue. You just put them inside the Cuomos. Yeah. We'll all have mandatory body cams. We'll record all of our activities at all times. It's not dystopian at all. That's just the way of the world.
And I have to have a cost-benefit decision about how much of that I'm going to bring to the fore here. Most of the time, this is not why you tuned in. It's not why you're calling. It's not why you're watching and listening. We know that shit goes down and blow-ups happen and allegations are made, substantiated or not, and things get crazy because we are all human beings. Are you here for that? Or are you here for larger conversations? And sometimes I feel like, no, I'm not going to go there with you. It doesn't relate directly to.
I'm not here for big conversations. I'm here for medium-sized conversations. That's all I can compartmentalize, sir.
You, the cost benefit is no. And sometimes I feel like I need to take more of a forward stand. I think I've done this recently with some of the antics by Richard Dawkins. We talked about Lawrence Krauss being in the Epstein files and having correspondence with...
Sam Harris evidently was also in the Epstein files. He did a video on it. Funny stuff, yeah.
About how to manage his own reputation as being inappropriate with women, sometimes at conventions, those allegations. We've talked about a great many people who have, for lack of a better way of saying it, been exposed and fallen from grace and have been rightly excised from the movement. We say, no, this is not what we want. This is not humanistic. This is not representative of our values. And we feel it has been disrespectful to women and often made women unsafe. And it's important to be...
It made your mom unsafe.
In front of those. Oh. But the short version of a long story...
Is it? Is this the short version of the long story we're hearing right now? I need it. Okay, we're back. And Kat said, wait, hold on, I've got my wires crossed, but having permanent Cuomo cams could actually fix similar issues. Yeah, I mean, it could fix all of the issues, like, potentially. We would just never have, any freedom again. Like if they could just hardwire it into your brain so that you could never ever make a mistake, then they would be convicted on thought crimes, right? It would be completely perfect. Nothing would ever go wrong. I've read this book somewhere before. Chio says Christians get together at least every Sunday. Where's the cameras? Yeah. Not a lot of cameras in those places, but they are beefing up security and stuff. Just based on my experience. Kat says, unfortunately, the cameras stay in far smaller and less funny holes in the Cuomos. And Cher said, cameras help to convict someone in court when a crime has already been committed. True enough. But yeah, that's the question. Where do we want the cameras, and why do we want them there? Like, should we have a camera on every toilet just to make sure that you're using the right, the correctly gendered restroom at all times? Like, where does that begin and all the other shit ends? Like, I don't know. Should there be a camera at every traffic circle? I don't know. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely utility sometimes.
Is that there was an alleged incident that happened at this conference, and the allegations under analysis have just shattered. And the people analyzing the evidence are not people with a vested interest in invalidating the accusation. They are advocates. They are strong, hard advocates for human beings, for women.
I am a strong, hard advocate as well,
especially
yes.
In these situations. Many of them in their own lives have been victimized. So if nothing else, it would be in their interest to make sure that any allegation of untoward, inappropriate, or even violent behavior was properly investigated and called out.
God damn, that made me feel strongly hard.
And punished. And yet they have gone point by point, line by line through the allegation and said, this doesn't make sense. This did not happen. This did not wash. This can't be true. This is contradictory to all of the other eyewitness accounts, or even my own, because I was freaking there. And because we are creatures of the evidence, they said, we think there's a problem. In fact, we think there are dozens upon dozens upon dozens of problems, especially when reputations, including the reputation of this event, are in question. And I have read it, I have looked at it, I have analyzed it, I have considered it, and I agree. I think NanoCon has every right to push back and say, there is no there. We are being unfairly represented, even vilified by a very small group of people with an axe to grind. And I don't know what motivates them. I can't know. But NanoCon is a reputable, it is a safe, it is a wonderful conference in Tennessee. And it's coming up, and I would encourage you to go.
I'm trying, okay? I'm trying, Seth. Don't shame me, okay? No. I have been trying to get there. It's not my fault. No. Where's there? It's in It's around the Nashville area, Nashville, Tennessee. I feel like I'm being put on blast here, man. It's all about me. Jeez. What Cat? Oh no, we read that one, and then Cat said cameras help to get. Oh no, that's Cher's comment. I read that one. Damn it. Trying to catch up here. In the chat, where Cat said, I've actually recently started this new form of speaking for my new Cuomo Can live stream. Tune in every Tuesday at 3 a.m. Eastern as I stream from the left polyp of your least favorite Cuomo's ass. Oh no. This guy can't catch a fucking break, you know, he's like a public figure. Sure asks if I'm smoking. Only every day. I'm trying to cut back, but it's not working out so well. Kat says Seth Andrews sounds like he's about to blame Matt Dillahunty somehow. No spoilers. Want to see him debate and then kiss. We don't need a stinking con. That's right. No con jobs here. This is the real world, jackass.
And if anything was to be said and done that is untoward, I guarantee you, the people that I know who are running this show, they care. And they would want to know, and they'll certainly take action. They will certainly take action. They will certainly go through the evidence to find out what did happen, what can we know, what's credible, what makes sense, what's been reported or misreported, what agendas might be in play. They will do a deep dive, and they will do whatever they can to make sure that right happens, whatever is right. And in this instance, the security camera conversation for me it's a different conversation. It's a way, I think, for these allegations to sneak back in, even though they have been thoroughly refuted. And the reason that they may, and I don't know if this is true or not, have brought security into the event is because the stink that has been raised by a very small group of very unhappy people who insist that all of these things...
It's because specific and credible threats were made. They said they was going to roll up on these ops. It was going to put some pew-pew power behind their train of thought, you know. I mean, people have done crazier shit in modern recorded history. I mean, just go look at the books, man.
Unsubstantiated things are actually true. The organizers are like, you know what, just to make sure that there's nothing wacky that's going to happen, we are going to have guards to ensure that NanoCon remains a safe place. There were some who were going to vilify me for taking that position. But I tell you, from what I've seen, there is absolutely no reason to believe that anything untoward happened in the allegation. There's no reason to buy it. In this instance, there is no there. And NanoCon's reputation, the organizers, the attendees, they deserve better. Deserve better. It's really one of my favorite events. And I
like, stop being a fucking troll, jackass.
The integrity of the people and the group and the conference, to me, remains impeccable. It does. There's some who are going to say, well, he's a guy. Or he knows the people, so he's showing favoritism. They're going to
They're all white. They're all white.
Count me for whatever reason, but I will tell you, all I can do is take my own deep dive, do my best to be on the right side of it.
Seth is trying to hide his whiteness, but he can't hide it behind that tan.
Where the evidence leads to
goddamn gorgeous fucking tan.
Understand where it does not. And that's where I have fallen. And I'm no first timer. It's not my first rodeo. And I have done more than my share of being public about people who have acted in untoward, inappropriate, or even violent ways against other people. And I have spoken out against it. I've got the equity in this conversation to be able to render this opinion. And my opinion is these people, NanoCon deserves better. Now, I'm sorry, you spent the last 10, 12 minutes having to listen to me do that when you probably are listening and watching for other reasons. You are not interested in this. You're like, why are we, dealing with it? But I'm trying now to get in front of it and to say, okay, fine, someone brought it to the table. I must properly address it. And I'm doing my best. I hope it was okay. I've got a web call. I don't know how to pronounce
I want
fucking name,
so
but
if I hold to a view and you take it down, it doesn't actually motivate your case. You have to prove that.
I'm sorry, what happened there? All right, we'll do one more. Only uno más. Sure said I worked for that giraffe before. Almost got sleeper cell activated there for a second. The code word is 19923. You are now active.
Every other worldview is impossible. That's why I asked you if you understand the full burden of what you've accepted for your claim.
No, you're misunderstanding because you're trying to make the argument like an inductive survey where I have to one by one go through every single worldview. But that's not how the argument works.
Well, I'm just asking you to prove the claim that you made.
Yeah, I told you the demonstration is your failure. I'm claiming there's only one way to ground.
Okay, you knocked out one. Now there's a potential infinite other views that you have to knock out as well. I need to prove for that.
I listened to you. Could you extend the same courtesy? Shit. So I'm saying there's only one way to ground logic, right? So if you disagree, you're taking a burden that there's another way to do it, right? And so the demonstration that I'm right is
Whoa, calm down, buddy.
Your failure to provide that other ground. So that's the demonstration.
Your failure to provide me ground. That's amazing.
That's the motivation. And whether you like that or not, no one cares because you're just one of 8 billion people.
Why are you looking behind you? Are you afraid of something back there?
You don't really matter. The world doesn't care about you. 100,000 people died in Venezuela. Nobody knows their names. Nobody knows what their opinions. Nobody cares. Okay? So if you care about logic, if you care about truth, if you care about being a realist, you'll be a Christian. Because we can ground logic, and non-Christians cannot ground logic.
So, approve.
Ha ha! He's finally got us. Did you hear that, folks? Number 1 is unsupported? No way. The Bible is 100% true. Well, see, here's the thing about the Bible, and you may not know that, but it was highly, more than likely, probably written by people who weren't even there and didn't even see that shit. Completely just, yeah, it was some story like their grandparents told them or something. Yeah, and then they wrote it down like a couple hundred years later, or I don't know, at least, yeah, something like that.
Would come in the form of premise 1, premise 2, conclusion. Therefore, every view other than mine is literally impossible.
You're making authoritative claims.
Complaining about a straw man of materialism is not an actual proof, and that would only knock out.
Okay, who decides what is
one potential view?
Who's the authority of what is a proof and what isn't a proof? Who decides? You?
Logic,
are you the authority? Really? Who's the authority of logic?
Your mom is the authority.
Who decides what's logical and what's not logical? You? Is it you? Are you my boss?
We're crashing.
Am I obligated? Okay. Well, who's the authority? I'm saying the authority is Christ.
For instance, how would you? Let's just go to one of the views. So let's say
nah, bro. What's the authority? I say it's Christ.
I'm about to get kicked because I can actually handle myself. He's gonna kick me.
How can you handle yourself? You're making authoritative claims, right? Do you realize you said a proof has to be a certain way?
The cake is coming, folks. Let me pose you one question. This may be a little bit of a challenge. Let's say you completely and utterly thrashed a physicalist in a debate. They can't account for abstract objects and transcendentals and universals and blah blah blah. What if they changed and said, yeah, okay, I see your point, but I came to the view that a different God than yours is actually the explanation. How would you contest that?
Sorry, my wife just came in again. Can you rephrase the question?
How do you ground logic?
All right, folks. I'll see you out.
Okay,
run away. You guys later. I think I've made my point.
What a disingenuous fucking disgrace.
These precepts can never prove their claim. That's the problem with precepts. If you run into precepts, all you got to do is just keep saying, prove your claim, prove your claim, prove your claim. They'll never do it. They'll just complain about your
logic and you can't,
they will never be able to prove their claim. They make a fantastical claim that every view other than theirs is literally impossible. They can never provide you a proof for that.
Blah, 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 blah.
Why do you reject my working
prove your claim.
Why do you reject my working
All you have to do is prove your claim.
But you're rejecting my model that works for your model that doesn't work. Why do you adopt a model that doesn't work?
Buddy,
While rejecting a model that works.
Okay, fine. You thrash me, dude. My model doesn't work. That doesn't even approach.
Why do you adopt a broken model when I'm offering a working model?
I want the audience to understand. You don't.
I mean, Brock. What?
Make the claim that Christianity is merely sufficient
the sphere Earth model works better
to explain
than
the laws of logic. That would be
why
a different.
Would you have a broken model like a flat Earth model?
That would be a different claim.
When we have a working Christian model or like a working sphere Earth model, why adopt a broken model when we have a working model?
Like Mars, if you just said,
why
my Christian view is sufficient to explain the laws of logic, I would say, okay, fine, I can see where you're coming from.
That's what I'm saying.
Was that ever an argument?
Where you step over the line and say literally every view is impossible, and my view is the only one that makes sense. You have to substantiate that with a proof, with an actual logical argument.
Name one other sufficient.
What'd you say?
When are you going to stop denying what's obviously true and logically true and become a Christian?
That's a good question, man. That's a good question. Sometimes I wonder.
No, it's fucking not. It's not a good question at all.
Tonight.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm not here to make you comfortable. I'm not here. It's like, are basketball players ever really out to hurt each other? No. But again, there's a certain physicality. If you run into a hard screen and you a little shaken up, that's on you. That's why we set hard screens.
Why is your microphone so fucking loud?
If somebody boxing out and they pushing you back and bumping you and bumping you and bumping you and you start boxing out heavy because you don't want to deal with that physical.
I can hear like literal vibrations.
Contact. That's why we bump hard like that. If
he bumps hard like that,
you going up for a layup and I can't block it, I'm swinging as hard as I can. I'm gonna make it look like I'm swinging for the ball, but I might miss the ball and slap you on your wrist hard as fuck, and you're not gonna make that free throw.
Oh.
But that's why we say if you're gonna foul hard. So a lot of what you're seeing is like it's not their job to fucking
to the penalty box with you. To the penalty box. Kat says, remember to apply emotional support firmly and with the full hand. Yeah, especially when slapping others away. Not liquor socket. No. Yeah, I it was completely accidental. I didn't mean to do that, actually. Says he needs a big mic to compensate. It sounds like one of those, the things you got when you were a kid. And it's like, like basically a tube of tin foil or something. I don't know.
Protect you from harm or risk. But yeah, it's a dirty play if you're gonna push those boundaries. But again, there's lots of dirty plays in the game and lots of dirty players. And matter of fact, Caitlin Clark herself is known for once in a while having a dirty play or taking a cheap shot at somebody. But funny how y'all never want to boycott the WNBA when Caitlin Clark does a cheap shot and doesn't get penalized for it. Caitlin Clark does.
White people want to boycott the WNBA, but not NanoCon. What?
That's never an issue for y'all. Funny how that works.
A ton of money off the court in terms of endorsements, and rightfully so. But I think that there's a petty jealousy, and she's a straight white basketball player.
And the funny thing is they only over police in basketball because
talk about ridiculous. This stream is over 6 hours long. You fucking weirdo. He was like, no, this is just how we get down. All right.
A black sport. And that's where the hypocrisy comes in. Because they only had this type of smoke because it's a WNBA. If it was women's hockey, they would never even have a story like this. First off, because that league would be primarily white women. And so nobody will be coming that league would be above this type of fucking criticism to begin with. But then they would just be like, oh, it's okay, it's hockey. They're it's the
hello, my name's Dr. J. Bondi, and I am a victim.
It's just the blatant open racism and the double standards that come with it in America.
And she is not being treated with any sort of respect whatsoever.
Okay, let me get this straight. So Boomer Esiason, who by the way has been on one lately, and if you watch some of my previous videos, you'll see what I mean by that, particularly as it relates to his commentary about Jim Dolan. He seemed very giddy about the idea of Jim Dolan forcing the Knicks players to go to the White House. Okay, so in Boomer Esiason's mind is that Caitlin Clark is straight and white and therefore deserves a little bit more respect. And what he said was racist. Right? Because here's what's so funny to me, because this will be the same
even she's laughing at
crowd. People like Boomer Esiason will be the same crowd who will be claiming black fatigue, claiming that black people complain too much about racism, but as soon as it benefits them, or they think that it does, because here he really thought he spit by saying that when they think that it does, they have no problem bringing race into the equation. Okay. Caitlin Clark, and then the royal treatment. You could tell Boomer Esiason doesn't know anything about women's basketball, because if you know anything about women's basketball, you would know that the leagues overseas are actually quite physical. They are, some would say, on par or more physical than the WNBA. And the other thing, too, is that I noticed that threat coming from a lot of her so-called fans. And to me, there's a difference between purely Caitlin Clark fans, Fever fans, or just general WNBA fans. And there's a lot of people who are Caitlin Clark fans who are not even fans of women's basketball. I think they like the way that Clark plays. Some of them do, but some of them really love to use her as the avatar to get off the most aggressive, racist, bigoted things that they really want to be able to say about black women and say them loudly, and especially about black queer women. And so I keep hearing that same sentiment from a lot of her fans, or some of her fans.
Kat said I want to be boycotted. White women can't jump. Sure, yeah, true that. Kat says black women can't play hockey. Next time I need to challenge a black woman to a duel. I'll play hockey, I guess. Well, and that's one way. Yeah, I think the mythology goes. It's the same as like how they say the black people don't swim. They also don't skate apparently, but I think that's completely fabricated racist mythology. But maybe there is some underlying truism. Gio says get them to swim. He and Jesse Lee Peterson should get along well. Not fucking JLP, man. No, it's amazing. Just look at the trees, brother. It's amazing.
Consider these fans to be disingenuous. That I wish she would just leave the WNBA. Like, she's too good to play in this league, even though this is the league that she grew up wanting to play in, wanting to be a part of, and wanting to.
They are talking about a trans athlete, though, right?
Man, she's talked about this many times, and like, in their mind, the reason they keep suggesting this is because they feel like it's punishment, and not just punishment to anybody, but in particular, this is what these gay black women deserve, since 70% of the league is black and you got a third of the league that is queer. And that's why.
Which really isn't even that much. But here's another thing that's crazy. It's like if she went to Europe, not only would the physical style of play follow her, she would have an even bigger target on her back. And
okay, wait. So she's not trans. She's just queer. Who? I don't know. I don't know about enough about the situation. Stereotypical BS. Yeah.
America, she's seen as the moneymaker.
Rage baiting. Are we rage baiting?
Whatever these people are on about,
we haven't heard from this guy, right? Ever since his boy Michael Beverly got outed, Jay's been suspiciously quiet. He got nothing to say. This is a couple weeks old now.
It told
poor Jay, poor Jay.
Totally misrepresents the reality. Like, if you ever watch, for instance, heavyweight boxers. Not heavyweight boxers, but any type of high level boxers. Let's just say call it championship boxers. I'm sure Wayne can speak to this too. It's like you're gonna see them at the end of the fight, hugging each other, shaking hands, introducing each other to their families and all this other bullshit. And you're gonna be sitting there like, why are they doing this?
Why?
I thought y'all hated each other so much. I thought y'all been trying to get in this ring and kill each other for years. I thought, this sport wasn't big enough for the both of you. I thought y'all was about.
Can't we all just get along?
To come to fisticuffs at the weigh-in. Y'all been going off back and forth on social media, insulting each other's mothers and talking about flirting with each other's wives.
No, your mom, Jay. Your mom.
Okay, and then you just got in here and fought for 12 rounds, and it looked like y'all was trying to kill each other because you both is all bloody and knotted up and it's
trying to cancel NanoCon. Come on, bro.
Just going now. Y'all wanna hug it out. What the fuck is going on? Right.
What is going on right now?
And every fan of basketball, not just basketball, every fan of like boxing and MMA and anything like that knows exactly what that moment is about. And many fighters have come forward and said it. And here's what they tell you. We made our money together. Yeah. Yeah, it's them realizing everything they did was for the benefit of the spectacle, for the benefit of the sport, for the benefit of promoting the fight. It was about taking a fight that would have just been a fight between, two boxers trying to decide who should be the champion and turning it into a culture.
Black people. Wait, skying? Damn it. Are we skying? I think you meant skiing. I'm not sure.
Turning it into boxing history, turning it into can't miss television, turning it into $10,000, front row luxury tickets because every celebrity had to be seen at that fight. And so after they tried to beat the shit out of each other, and now they're hugging because they're celebrating that they did the damn thing as professionals. They did the damn thing as entertainers in promoting the fight. The fight is now over.
It's fucking over. Like, we were just playing around, man. It was all part of the show. Didn't you get it? Did you get the memo?
And it's safe to celebrate. We made our money together. Now, anybody that thinks
I don't plan any of this shit out. I'm the dumbest motherfucker on YouTube. I literally archive shit and it's fucking worthless. Like, my brain is a cesspool, and somehow I still end up doing this accidentally or incidentally, as it were. The universe is fucking weird, man. You don't have control. You think you have control? You have zero fucking control over what's going on here, man. It's really strange.
That the grown ass women in the WNBA have not noticed or valued or appreciated what Caitlin Clark's popularity has meant to the game. As racist as it is, as racist as it is to paint this white girl as the next great white hype, and in her second year into the league, she's or second full season into the league or whatever, she's already the greatest women's basketball player of all time. There's not a single women's basketball player on the surface of the planet that can hold the candle to her, despite the racism of trying to crown this young, very, very talented superstar the greatest women's basketball player ever, revealing that you ain't, and the same people will literally turn around and tell you they wasn't fans of women's basketball, they don't know shit about women's basketball, and they'll pretty much tell you even now they don't never watch none of the games. Again, you want to come talk to me about the WNBA, I'm gonna need to hear about what you were doing when the WNBA was founded. Because I could speak to you about growing up at the barbershop.
I was probably being, like, born. Aren't we the same age? Jeez, like, the WNBA is not that fucking old. Do we have to research this? Anyway, alright. Well, fucking shits and giggles and stuff. Anyway, we're just here for a short time, and we're going to go and live our best lives. Much love, be kind, be well, and stay trusty. And big love to everybody in the chat. Peace, we out of here.